get more subscribers with these 3 easy tricks that use Facebook Messenger bots. Welcome back, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon so you don't miss any new videos. Maybe you've got an email list, maybe you want to build one. You've heard about the power of Facebook Messenger bots, and you want to know how to use Messenger bots instead of email. No matter which of these situations you're in, I'm going to show you right now how to get your email list to subscribe to your Facebook bot, how to get new subscribers using a Facebook Messenger bot, and finally, how to get email addresses from your Facebook Messenger bot into an email list. Let's start with the easiest one, getting your email list to connect with you on Facebook Messenger.
All right, so obviously if we're going to get people from our email list to connect to our Facebook Messenger, we need to somehow link the two. So it might not come as a surprise to you that I've created a Messenger bot link. So just to show you here in the ManyChat tools, under Growth Tools, I've actually already created one for this demonstration. And as you can see here, it is a Messenger ref URL. Okay, so that's the tool that you want to use. You can use this on a free ManyChat account. And it's super simple. You have your opt-in message, so whatever you want to send to them, that's going to be entirely up to you because I don't know your audience, right? So for me, I just put something like, hey Amanda, it will pull, by the way, the first name that they have on their ManyChat. Just to give you a really quick example here, if I click edit, so here, when you click in the box, the message box, you have the little merge tags here, and you can put in whatever information you want ManyChat to pull from that person's Facebook account. All right, so just going back to that. So Amanda, thanks so much for taking the time to check out my new fancy Messenger bot. This bot will help me to connect with you more quickly as we move forward with blah, 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 whatever it is that you talk to your list about. And then we simply go to our setup and we're going to put in a custom ref parameter, and this just helps you tracking with clicks and stuff like that. And all you do is you just copy this URL. And then we're just going to go into our email autoresponder where our list is, and you would just put this as a typical link. So it could be something like, hey, check out my new Facebook Messenger bot. Click here. Okay, and then you just link it as normal. Done. And so then when they go to that link, it will be something like this. Amanda, thanks so much for taking the time to check out my new fancy bot. This bot will help me connect with you, blah, blah, blah. So that's exactly the message that we just set up. So from there, you can subscribe them to a follow-up sequence in ManyChat or whatever you want to do with that. They will automatically become part of your audience and your subscriber on Messenger bot. If you do want to see quickly, if you go under automation and then under sequences, you'll see that this is just a demonstration, but you'll see that you can do something similar to what you would do with email. Autoresponder is set up, a delayed automatic response. And of course, when you're finished setting up that Messenger bot, don't forget to click that active button. Otherwise, your link is not going to work.
If getting your email list onto your bot now sounds a lot easier, give me a bot life in the comments below. Next, let's talk about getting new subscribers with a Messenger bot opt-in rather than an email opt-in.
One of the most common email opt-ins is you would send your leads to a landing page, they would put in their email, and then they would become your subscriber. So for the sake of example, we'll use a similar tool in ManyChat that kind of mimics the landing page that you would use for an email opt-in, but instead we're going to opt them into our bot. So I've already set up a quick example here. It's called Bob's Landing Page. And if you see here, I'm using the Page Takeover growth tool. It shows you here exactly how it will appear. And if you click on these guys, you can edit the messages. As well, you can change the button text. So I would choose whatever is most relevant to whatever you're offering. And for the sake of simplicity, I have made this particular landing page almost as if it were a permanent landing page. And so what I've done with the display settings is I've set it to display immediately. So similar to a landing page, they'll see the content immediately. And then as well, if the user comes again to that landing page, it will still show. But depending on what tools you're using, you can have the option to only show it to them after a certain amount of time. This would be helpful if you were using some sort of pop-up. And then, of course, if they manually close this tool, I'm still going to show it to them every single time, right? So those are just some important settings that I recommend to have set up. Once it is submitted, because this particular example, I am going to send them a free video, I have redirected them to a YouTube video. You can optionally show them a message that has a video embedded into Facebook. That's completely up to you. You should decide how you want your conversation to go with your leads. And then on the opt-in actions, I basically am just sending them a message with a link to the same YouTube video, just in case, they didn't follow through and watch that video. So in case you missed it, Amanda, the free video on blah, blah, blah is available now. Just click the button below. And when they click that button, they'll go directly to my YouTube video. Now, in the setup, this is probably the most difficult part of the whole thing, is just making sure that you have all the settings right so that it will actually appear on your website. So I'm personally using a WordPress website for this example. I also use some builder websites such as Builderall. As well, this works very easily on ClickFunnels, Kartra, whatever you're using. So first off, because I'm using this tool to sort of replace a typical landing page, I only want to show it on one page. So what I've done is I've actually gone to my WordPress and I have created a page called Bob's Page. And so you just want to grab your permalink here and put it in only show on these pages. That is, of course, if you're using something like this. However, if you're using something like a pop-up or a bar that shows at the top of the website, you might want to erase this and just show it on all pages. That being said, once you've have that set up, you will click Install the JavaScript snippet, and then make sure you have your website in here. So as you see, I've got theentrepreneurtech.com already in there, so that's perfectly fine. And then I just need to copy my code into my theme. Now, I'm using a custom theme called X-Theme. I'll actually put a link below because I really love this theme since it gives a lot of options for customization. And all I do is I just go under Custom, Global JavaScript, and put my script in there. Okay. Once I hit Save, then I'm done. Now, if you're working with a free theme or maybe a theme that doesn't support that kind of feature, you can go to Plugins, Add New, and then just search for Header Footer. And then I would just use this guy here, header footer code manager. All right, so anyway, back to our page. Let's go to Bob's page. That's all you need. You don't need to put any other code on the page. ManyChat will take care of the rest of it. Just make sure you have the script installed. And then lastly, make sure you have the active thing set up. So obviously inactive, draft is highlighted, and active is highlighted. And now we'll just go to my page and we'll see the example. Now I do find that sometimes if you've just activated your bot, it may take a little bit of time for it to kick in on your website. I'm not sure if it's a communication issue or whatever it is, but just be patient, give it a few minutes, and then just retry your page. And there we go. It's opened up. That's exactly what we want to see. Obviously, you can change the background how you prefer it to look for your page. So free video reveals how to something without something, never suffer from something again. Whatever your message is, right? This is just an example. So I'm going to send this to me, and it is redirecting me to the YouTube page as I had set it up. But let's quickly go and check my Facebook Messenger. So let's quickly jump over here to my Messenger and have a look. And here it is. So in case you missed the demand of the free video on whatever it is available now, just click the button below. And if I click on that button, it takes me to the YouTube video. Awesome! So now that you've sent this message to them, they're automatically subscribed to your Messenger bot. And that's it for getting new leads into your Messenger bot.
Which opt-in growth tool would you like me to go over in more depth in the next video? Click on that link above and let me know. And last but not least, let's talk about how you can get your email addresses from Facebook Messenger into your email list.
If we go and look at our ManyChat audience, we can see that there isn't any information about the person's email address. You know, even though they're connected, we can't see that information that we want, right? So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually send our Messenger bot subscribers a message that will ask them for their email address. We're gonna then put it into an Excel sheet, which can then be uploaded directly to your email autoresponder. Now, I set it up this way because it's going to be a little bit more evergreen, so no matter which email autoresponder you have, basically all of them have the option to import a list. So, what you're going to need for this is you're going to need your ManyChat account, you're going to need a Zapier account, Zapier, Zapier.com. Zapier, okay? And lastly, you will need you'll need a Google Sheet set up. So I've just created a very simple one here, email list. It's called, I just have one column name and one column email, and basically each contact's name will get put in here and their email address put in here. Perfect. So all I'm going to do is in ManyChat, I'm going to go to my broadcasts and create a new broadcast. So I'm going to say, hey, Amanda, this is kind of embarrassing, but, oops, I spelled embarrassing wrong. but I've misplaced your email address. Do you mind clicking or do you mind typing it below? And then I'm going to use a user input. As you can see, you're going to need a pro ManyChat account for this. Oh, sorry, I don't want that in there. I want that in here. So let's just delete this guy. Okay, and then free keyboard input. We're going to wait for them to reply. And then I'm going to send a quick message back to them. I'm going to do a short typing delay so it looks like I'm having a conversation. And a new message. Sweet, thanks. I'll be sure to send you updates at, and then I'm gonna go and take my custom field that I have, and it's gonna input their email that they input. So the way that that's gonna work is for the input up here, the reply type is going to be email, and ManyChat is going to validate it for you, and we're going to save it in the subscriber's email. If you haven't already created a custom field, ManyChat will allow you to create a new one here. As well, you will need a pro account for this feature. Done. Sweet, thanks. I'll send you updates at just in the case that Messenger fails us. Perfect. So that's it. I'm gonna go next, and I don't want to send this to my entire subscriber list, so I'm actually just gonna search for myself here. First name is Amanda. So just to kind of show you guys how it's going to look. And I'm going to send it right now. You can schedule it if you like. So here we go. Send. And it's sent. So now I'm going to go to my Facebook, and here we go. Hey Amanda, this is kind of embarrassing, but I've misplaced your email address. Do you mind typing it below? So I can optionally type it in here, or what ManyChat does is they somehow grab the email from the person's Facebook profile, and they can simply just click that to send it straight back to you. But let's say I had a different email that I want, the entrepreneur Amanda at the entrepreneurshack.com. Sweet, thanks. I'll be sure to send you an update in case that Messenger fails us. Okay, perfect. So, before you send this out though, of course, you want to be able to make sure you can grab this email address. So, let's make sure that we set up our Zap. So, in Zapier, I have set up ManyChat to Google Sheets. So the trigger here is new or updated custom field. And here, new or updated custom field. You just walk through the steps here. And that's my Facebook page. And then here it will let you choose the custom field that changes. So you can select that as you please. And then pull it in. Okay, the test was successful. Obviously, you want to make sure you test everything before you send out a giant broadcast. And then next, we're going to connect it to our Google Sheets. So find or create a row in Google Sheets. So I've connected Google Sheets. Find or create a row. I'm looking up a spreadsheet row. And I am finding in my Google Sheets. So here, my spreadsheet is called email list, as you saw here, email list. Oh, there's my stuff already in there, surprise. And the worksheet is just sheet 1. And I'm going to look up the column name, because remember we named each column name and email. So we'll look up the name, and then we'll look up the first name of the person that you sent the broadcast to. So this has just pulled an example from my ManyChat. And if it doesn't find this person under the name row, then it will enter their name and their email address. Okay. And so once that Zap is turned on, okay, and the person has submitted their email, you go back here and you'll see it automatically got entered. So what I'll do, because I kind of missed out the Zapier thing, I'll just redo this so you can see. So there's nothing in here now, right? And we're going to go back and we're just going to broadcast that again really quick. So I'm going to send this out to me again, to Amanda. So remember in my Google Sheet just before I had amanda@theentrepreneurShack.com. Okay, this time I'm going to just use my Facebook one. Okay, done. Now, Zapier might take a minute to put that in, but I'll go check my Google Sheet. Boom, there it is. And you see, it's updated because it's not the one that I had before. And so that's all you need to do. And of course, you can take this Excel sheet and import that into whatever email autoresponder that you use. Because let's face it, we don't own Facebook, so we can't control what they're going to decide as far as chatbots go in the future. So it's always great to have that fallback.
Connect with our group of online entrepreneurs to network and learn more about digital marketing techniques, and I'll put that link in the description below. Now that you know the simple steps on how to use messenger bots instead of email, make sure you share this video with someone that you think could use this information as well. Give it a thumbs up if you liked this info. And I put out new videos every single week, so don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.